Lesson 97, I am Spirit. Today's idea identifies you with your one self. It accepts no split identity, nor tries to weave opposing factors into unity. It simply states the truth. Practice this truth today as often as you can, for it will bring your mind from conflict to the quiet fields of peace. No chill of fear can enter, for your mind has been absolved from madness, letting go illusions of a split identity. We state again the truth about yourself, the Holy Son of God, who rests in you, whose mind has been restored to sanity. You are the Spirit, lovingly endowed with all your Father's love and peace and joy. You are the Spirit which completes himself and shares his function as Creator. He is with you always, as you are with him. Today we try to bring reality still closer to your mind. Each time you practice, awareness is brought a little nearer at least. Sometimes 1,000 years or more are saved. The minutes which you give are multiplied over and over, for the miracle makes use of time, but is not ruled by it. Salvation is a miracle, the first and last, the first that is the last, for it is one. You are the Spirit in whose mind abides the miracle in which all time stands still, the miracle in which a minute spent in using these ideas becomes a time that has no limit and that has no end. Give then these minutes willingly and count on him who promised to lay timelessness beside them. He will offer all his strength to every little effort that you make. Give him the minutes which he needs today to help you understand with him you are the Spirit that abides in him and that calls through his voice to every living thing, offers his sight to everyone who asks, replaces error with the simple truth. The Holy Spirit will be glad to take 5 minutes of each hour from your hands and carry them around this aching world where pain and misery appear to rule. He will not overlook one open mind that will accept the healing gifts they bring, and he will lay them everywhere he knows they will be welcome, and they will increase in healing power each time someone accepts them as his thoughts and uses them to heal. Thus will each gift to him be multiplied 1,000-fold and tens of thousands more. And when it is returned to you, it will surpass in might the little gift you gave as much as does the radiance of the sun. Outshine the tiny gleam a firefly makes an uncertain moment and goes out. The steady brilliance of this light remains and leads you out of darkness, nor will you be able to forget the way again. Begin these happy exercises with the words the Holy Spirit speaks to you, and let them echo round the world through him. Spirit am I, a holy Son of God, free of all limits, safe and healed and whole, free to forgive and free to save the world. Expressed through you, the Holy Spirit will accept this gift that you received of him, increase its power, and give it back to you. Offer each practice period today gladly to him, and he will speak to you, reminding you that you are spirit, one with him and God, your brothers and your highest self. Listen for his assurance every time you speak the words he offers you today, and let him tell your mind that they are true. Use them against temptation and escape its sorry consequences if you yield to the belief that you are something else. The Holy Spirit gives you peace today. Receive his words and offer them to him. I am Spirit. Y'all, this just blows me away. Man, I love this stuff. Okay, so this is telling you the mechanics of the Holy Spirit. It says in the course, in the beginning of the text, I think, in a couple of places, don't worry about how it works. Don't worry about it. You wouldn't understand, but it's really cool to kind of get a glimpse into how it works. And so this is telling us not only I am Spirit, this is who you are. You're not body. You're not the little small self image you have made that the ego would tell you you are. You are Spirit. You are eternally Spirit. That can't not be who you are. Anything else is the impossibility. You're that important, and that's who you are, and that's where your strength and confidence lies. We talked about how he takes those treasures and keeps them in store for you. God's gift is the remembrance of who you are, knowledge. God's gift to you is his will for you is perfect happiness, perfect peace, perfect certainty. But his gift to you is also that. Because this is who you are. It's just the truth of who you are, and that you are spirit. So your peace and your happiness and your certainty come from remembering that. It is always offered to you. That thought of salvation, as yesterday's lesson said, is within your mind, because it's just who you are. It's there. We really aren't split. It's telling you the importance of your discipline and your devotion, how important 5 minutes are. Time does not exist. It's a learning device, of course, the miracle says. But the miracle can make use of time. The Holy Spirit can make use of time. And it is, you can learn through long periods of time, thousands of years, where there's a lot of unnecessary pain and suffering and a lot of unnecessary layers of those lessons. It's all a process. For a lot of us, for most of us, it takes time, because we have to reiterate over and over to ourselves the truth until finally we just get sick and tired of wasting time, and we can make that direct jump. But the Holy Spirit uses time to teach you. This lesson says that each time you practice, your awareness is brought a little bit nearer and a little bit nearer, that the minutes are multiplied, that you give are multiplied over and over and over. What are you giving to God? How much time are you giving to God, to your purpose, your function, to actually wanting to remember who you are? Discipline and devotion. These lessons, doing them when you remember, doing them as closely as you can, because they're set up in this way for a reason, to help you retrain your mind in a very specific way. It's all for your benefit, and it's very important that you get there, because as it states, your little happiness and peace and love need to be brought to the world. I think that most of us start out, we're not at peace. There's got to be a better way. There's conflict within me. I'm not grounded in the truth of who I am. We're not comfortable here in the world, and there's a reason for that. But it's because we don't know, we're not really of this world. Once we know we're not of this world, we walk this world in holiness, and it's more comfortable. The experience of the dream is turned into a happier one, a more holy one, more peaceful one with purpose. And because we're miracle workers, we remember that. But it's not just personally the healing that takes place. It begins that way. But it's about a collective healing that takes place as a step two, as a result of that, as a furtherance and amplification of that healing. We begin our spiritual practice to center ourselves, to find more peace ourselves. And when you devote that time, when you do these lessons, when you meditate, when you pray, meditation, man. Meditation. I remember it being so hard to get into, to still your mind, to get into that space. It's like cardio. I've said this before, don't ever stop. If you start cardio, don't ever stop. Always bad trying to get back into it. Ooh. So there's a lot of resistance there. So keep going. Just a little bit of time, just a little bit maintains where you are. And I remember getting to where 5 minutes was unbearable at the beginning, and then finding that sweet spot in the beginning and spending 5 or 6 hours a day in meditation, because it was so incredible. I don't do that now, but what I was receiving within meditation, I could not describe. And I know you know what I mean if you meditate. So I had the time, and I spent the time, and I devoted the time, and I'm glad I did that up front, because it's not really about the time spent. It's more about the depth of where you go. And the more time you spend in the beginning setting things up, you can dip into the holy instant and dip into the depths of that stillness instantaneously. And that's really the goal, is to be able to get into that stillness no matter what's happening within you, to check in, to tap into that part of your mind, to bring spirit to the forefront instead of the other way around. But it's like working out. You have to develop that musculature, as my friend Marianne Williamson says. You really do. You really have to work at this like an athlete, like an Olympian, like you want this, and you're going to be disciplined. But this is talking about the mechanics of the Holy Spirit, what you're getting back. The gift I was talking about, I was getting back from meditation, and in my life, I knew was a direct correlation of the time and the devotion of that, the willingness and just the openness and the availability of myself to God in meditation. it was a direct correlation. I could see it so clearly. And it's saying here, the Holy Spirit will be glad to take 5 minutes from your hands each hour and carry them around the aching world. So this is how the Holy Spirit works. You have to invite the Holy Spirit in. You are the miracle worker. You are the vessel in the dream. God can't just come in because this isn't really happening. It's not his detour into fear, because he wouldn't do that, because that's not possible. And we created it, we made it, we thought it, and here we are experiencing it. So we have to bring the love. But even within the dream, we are eternally connected to God. We have all the power and resources and attributes of God. All of that at the next thought. The Holy Spirit was created to be the one that could enter into the world with us, to bridge that gap between where we are asleep in the dream and where we are actually in the mind of God eternally. So we have to invite the Holy Spirit in, and he guides us, he directs us, he reworks things, he reorganizes things, opportunities, and chances to work miracles. But he cannot come into the world if we don't ask, because we have free will. We have to ask, we have invite the Holy Spirit in, and then he guides us. Give him these minutes so that he can utilize them. We have to give the Holy Spirit something to work with. He needs some love, and we're the ones who generate the love from loving thought. We create with loving thought. So it says expressed through you, the Holy Spirit. You have to express love. That's who you are. You're here to be a miracle worker, to extend and express love in the world. And give the Holy Spirit something to do here in the world. That's some love to divvy out, to spread in the world. It says he will take it where it needs to go, around the aching world, wherever it will be accepted. And that is how miracles are expressed in the world, is through you generating it from that well of love within you, and then the Holy Spirit distributes miracles where they need to go, where they will be readily received. So it's give him these minutes. It's that important. This is how it works. It is incredible and then you not only give the miracle and it is received to someone else. You express the love. The Holy Spirit guides you. You express the love. The miracle is worked. It is not only received and uplifts and fortifies and amplifies the person that you give it to. It is expressed to the miracle receiver. But because there's only one of us here, when you give love, you receive love. The only way to get it is to give it. So it boomerangs right back to you and is amplified more and more and more and more and multiplied. And it just fortifies your conviction. Remembering that helps us to understand what we're meant to do. It makes us want to work miracles. It makes us want to think with God. It makes us want to forgive. It makes us want to release that which doesn't serve us or the world. It makes us disciplined. It makes us conscious. It makes us watch our thoughts, recognize what's really happening, and to be vigilant, to not forget, and to understand that it not only saves us, but it saves the world. That as we remember ourselves, who we are and why we're here, that we are spirit, who we really are. Remember that about our brother. We work miracles. We give and we receive. We can't help but be happy. And you just want to get about doing that all the time.